Hey, how's it going? I am the Sanguiem, and welcome back to Satisfactory. So, last episode, we worked on this giant storage facility that will act as the main base of operations going forward. And it's not done yet, but we do have an awful lot here set up. So we just need to finish it. I mean, there's still some contraptions that need to be made on the first floor, and we need to finish the top half of the building. Uh, Kind of decorate the top and all that. And speaking of that, let me actually show you something I was working on off camera. Here we are. So first off is these railings. I put metal beams around the edges of these holes here, followed by a 1 meter wall on top of the beam, which made it kind of stick up like half a meter over the foundation. And then these railings are connected to the actual foundation instead of the wall, making them kind of stick out a little bit. It makes it kind of a cool effect, I feel. And then there's these. These are the two prototype little housing units that store the big parts of the storage containers, and they just kind of stick out the front. I got these small little square signs that display a picture of what's inside. And then we're going to have a Mark III belt display the contents. The smaller ones are, of course, smaller. So, not as big. They got like this frame foundation pillar. This one's kind of the same, but it's got like a slope here supporting the base. And the ceiling is going to be... whoa! And since the ceiling's going to be up there, we got to start moving the wall up more. And once the wall is moved up a bit more, I want to start putting this, structure on top of all of these storage containers, and it's going to take a while. It's kind of complicated. You need to use the road barriers a lot for, the sides and all that. The base here has a meter wall, followed by a 4 meter wall with a window here that kind of clips through the other wall on the side. And then it's got another 1 meter wall on top. And the same effect looks kind of weird on the front because of the shapes. They don't quite line up with the storage container. So I kind of have to put the basic wall on the bottom and put the two 1 meter walls on top so that it looks a little nicer. And this is what I really don't like. This texture thing is disgusting. There's actually a thing for that. Let me bring it out real quick from the shop. If we look under customizer, I think it's maybe the asphalt foundation. I think that actually gets rid of that flashy texture effect. I'll have to look into it before committing to buying it, but if that's true, I think I might just buy this next so that I can customize the roofs of this to be asphalt and get rid of that flashing texture, because that, looking at that could cause someone to have a stroke or something. That looks horrible to look at. So I'm going to get started on building up the walls and all that. You probably don't need to see the whole process. I'm kind of just gonna skip ahead to when it's done. So be right back. Hey, so bad news. Apparently, my face cam footage crashed for this part of the episode. So I'll just do a little voiceover here. Here is what the final third floor product kind of looks like, with the big old pillars and the rooms and all that. I think it looks nice. It looks kind of empty, but I kind of like that feeling. Like that big, open, massive feeling. It just feels so big. And I covered up the ceiling with mostly foundations, but then I took these glass foundations and had 2 layers of them. One facing one way, one facing the other, to give it this crosshatch effect. which I think looks really nice. And right here is the rooftop. Right here I'm kind of experimenting with how I want to do it. I've decided that the roof is going to be a platform with a 3-meter thick opening underneath of it so that we can hide a bunch of belts and stuff underneath. Like belts and pipes and all that, because we're going to have like a coal power plant here in the future. So to power everything, and it would be much nicer to have all the logistics under the floor instead of just all over the place, you know what I mean? And this is kind of everything that I worked on, where the face cam footage cut out. So back to you, past episode Andrew, however you want to call it. Alright. So we have part of an underside here. Perhaps... Yeah, why not? Why not have a double door here? A double sliding door. That'll do, that'll do. Oh, it looks nice and closed off from a distance. Okay, there we go. Now again, this is just to help visualize what the roof looks like. I still gotta do the other side, but before continuing, I acknowledge that that's gonna have to be busted open. I have an idea that I want to try. That's not quite right. That's still not good. Oh my god, now it's too far. How do I do diagonals? Okay, this is getting me somewhere. Okay. I've come up with a decision. I've decided just to make it straight up a hole. And I moved the ramp to the right here. So that way you come in, you turn, and you go up like this. I don't think it'll be a problem doing it like that, so... I don't know, we can do it. I'll put a railing here. And a railing here. And over here, I did something similar. I got a wall in there, but it's got the glass roof. And since it's a glass roof, I did not change the ramps on this side. I thought about doing that for symmetry purposes, because now it looks a little different over there compared to there, but it's fine. I don't know. I don't mind that much. So now we gotta talk about something else. That is power. So I plan on using coal generators up here, mainly because I think it would be cool to have the coal up high, because of the smokestack. Like, we can have actual smoke coming out the top of this building, and it's, like, functional. I have an idea where maybe I can get rid of some of these foundations and sink the coal generator into the floor, and then we can supply the coal generators with coal and water from underneath of the foundations here, since we, you know, have the space and all that. The question is, how much power do we actually need to run this building? And unfortunately, there's only one way to answer that, and that is to make all of the machines we need here. And to do that, we're going to have to go back to the first floor, where it all started. So, I tried to do this thing where I have like a hangar here, and processing over here. Like, you got your biomass and your color cartridges and all that, and then anything extra just goes into the awesome sink after being processed. Throw your alien organs in here, get your meat. The reason it would be so nice is because, well, here's the thing. Let me get out this old constructor here. There are like 4 different recipes based on what kind of alien stuff you're turning into protein. So we would need 4 constructors for this. And we would need the same thing for, like, the leaves and woods. Like, you know, we have a smart splitter back at the hub that separates wood and leaves. And then, of course, it needs to be made into biofuel. Wait, what is this? Wait a minute. I don't remember. When did I unlock biocoal? Mainly used for fuel for vehicles and coal generators and steel production. Huh. So you can make 6 biocoal from 5 biomass. Well, you get the 4 solid biofuel. Okay, that's kind of cool. And for steel production, too. That's pretty neat. I don't think we're going to make biocoal, but it's kind of neat to know that we could. Another thing, too, is power shards. Should we have a power shard machine? Because here's the thing. I personally, I have this weird thing where I really like the slugs. So I don't know. I feel like we should have a container for power shards, but at the same time, I don't know. I like power slugs. I'd rather not destroy them and turn them into shards unless I have to. It's just a weird thing, I guess. And it looks like the color cartridges are for applying patterns to structures more so than color. See, I was wondering what the color cartridges was for, because if I take this out and say I want to make this asphalt, I could just do that. Right? And if I want to change it back, I can just do that. Like, I can paint the walls anything I want without a color gun. So I was confused how that would work, but it seems like yeah, it's for the patterns, which I haven't unlocked any patterns yet. Now here's another question too, is where is the input for all this going to be? And I'm thinking it's going to be over here. I think it would be cool to make it so where this is where you come in at if you're on your Explorer, or if you're coming back from like the train station. Because if you're coming from a train station, like of course you're going to be here. The train has lights! Dude, the train has headlights. I'm pretty sure they didn't have headlights till just now. Wow. Updating the game. Anyway, here's another thing too, is the train tracks that are here. I'm trying to figure out how to work around these, because in order to get from the train to there, I have to go over this track. Well, I kind of just want to walk over it, if I'm going to be honest. So I think the best solution is to raise the floor a little here so that I can just walk over it like this. Like what I'm thinking is, yeah, just like that. Okay. I wish we could put like some kind of railing here, but I guess we could do this. Yeah, because it kind of goes under the track. And what this will do is make it so that you can't just walk over it. Okay, so now I am, realistically speaking, I am limited to this space right here. I get off the train, I leave the platform, I go over here. I mean, I suppose I could hypothetically just come over here and do this. I could do something like this. Okay, that works. So we have like a little way around. So a new question. What do we do? What do we do now, huh? Well, if we're gonna have some kind of station of sorts, well, I don't think we're gonna be using an actual truck station. There's really no reason. But we could have some kind of hangar of sorts. Oh, weird. Are you telling me railings can't adhere to... Oh, man, that sucks. Alright, hold on. I have another idea then. 5, 6. Can I then... I can! Oh my gosh. Oh my god, are you serious? Are you serious? You're kidding me! I could put a wall there. I could put this here. But, oh my god, that's so annoying. That's fine. Whatever, I guess. I guess we can just do it like this. Oh yeah, look how the walls kind of go through the ground. How's that look? I think that's okay. So how's this look? Nah. Hold on. Let me try something else. How's this look? I think that looks a little nicer. Kind of odd how you can see clouds through these windows, but it's the future. We're in space, you know. This is space travel. Who cares? Okay, I think this works. The windows are a little obscured here, but I think that's fine. Is that clip? Yeah, a little. You can barely notice. So I'm gonna say it's fine. There we go. We got a little catwalk here to overlook the sink and stuff, and walk over in this direction. Alright. There is one more thing, though, I want to look at. Wouldn't it be nice if maybe the sink was somewhere else? I mean, look, the ticket dispenser's back here. Like, it's all the way over here. How are you supposed to get to this? Quick question. If I get rid of these, could I put this over here? Hypothetically speaking, I could. I don't know. The cylinder just barely pokes through, giving this line going up that I just don't like. Okay. I think that works. So now we have like this little ticket dispenser right here by the door. The sidewall here looks a little off, but it's fine. You barely notice it. What I do notice, though, is this gap here. It might be better to get rid of that. And instead, zoop the wall up. Alright, so now we have a second sink over here that's not going to be taking anything. It's just going to be there. And we'll put the shop over in the corner over here. So that's nice. You can get your tickets and shop. And then we'll have nothing to do with that sink over here. Alright, so we have 4 parking spots, and we have the spot in the middle here that I want to do something with. I think a sink takes exactly... Yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh, 4 coupons? Okay. Let's see, management. The floor holes might be fine, but I do want these. So I'm going to purchase those. And... should we wait and save up for the window? You know what? No, I think I want this at last. So let's buy these 2. Get rid of that. We finally got that frame pillar. But now we also have these hypertube wall things that we can put in. We should put some entrances on here. Okay, there we go. We have a hypertube system now implemented, and yeah, it's completely inactive right now, but that's fine. I just wanted this here as a template because I'm going to put these in a lot more of the other things later. Maybe probably off camera. What's something we'd want to do next? Oh god, I can't. I've used all of my steel pipes on those hypertubes. So now I can't make an industrial storage container. That's okay, we can use this a normal one for now, I guess. So here's the idea I'm gonna have. I'm thinking, remove that up there, and put a conveyor wall like this. I'm thinking this belt right here, going through this right one. Okay. There we go. Rerouted that a little bit. So now that kind of goes like that. I think that works. And the reason I did that was so that I could do this. That can go right here. You throw something in. Bada bing, bada boom. It goes through. So whatever we put in here is going to get processed and sent over. Now here's another thing too. If it goes over there, and it turns out what you put in there is not compatible, I want it to then go around to eventually sync up with this storage unit right here. Well, no, not that one. This one over here. So that way it can go up into the storage system as is. So if I put, say, iron rods in there, like nothing... If it gets sent over there, it's not going to go in any of those machines. It's just going to loop around and get sorted. So this could work double as Just like say you have some stuff in your inventory you don't want, and you can just throw it in there. So now that we have an input spot over here, now we gotta bring up the wall here, and I'm gonna lay down some kind of machines to process some of the stuff. So be right back. Alright, about a day or two later, I'd say combined it was about 2 days. This is what we got. We got all of this. I think most of this was here last time I recorded, so not much new here except for maybe these tubes. I got some hyper tubes here that go all around the factory. I know you guys don't know about this one. This is the processing room where you put your things in the storage container. It gets shipped over here, and if you got like some alien bits, they go in these here constructors to get processed into protein. And if you got... Huh, that's weird. It's good to double check things. Does this have wood? Yeah, that one has wood. Alright, that's good. But anyway, yeah, these take leaves. There's 2 of them here in case I throw a whole bunch of them in. And then all of a sudden you got everything backed up. Because that's the thing. This thing is designed so that it doesn't have any overflow. It's any undefined. So it will not let leaves through any of... Like this one, it will not let leaves go through at all. So if these 2 things are backed up, the whole line's backed up. But it shouldn't be a problem. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, how long is it going to take to do some leaves, you know? And that's why I have 2 of them here, so that, you know, if it does get a little backed up, hey, there's 2 machines taking care of it. And then you got them both going into another constructor to making the biofuel. And there's 2 of those. Oh, this one's not set, apparently. But then, by the end of all of this, everything starts to merge. You got some mergers here. Everything's merged together. Everything's been processed, and it goes up there, through there, and then up there into that merger. And it merges everything with the train line, so it gets sorted. Oh, and I built a manufacturer. There's a manufacturer here, which is really neat looking. They definitely changed how it looked since last time I saw it. Last time I saw it, it was just a big box with like a glass like window or something, and you saw maybe some arms in there. This is way different. And this is just so that way, if for some reason I feel like making an elevator part, like the adaptive control unit or the modular engine, I can just throw stuff in here and have it done. Like, I'm probably not going to use it, but it's here in case I need it. Same thing for this here assembler. If I want to make wiring, smart plating, versatile framework, here it is. Now I've got it all nice and powered using these like beams to hold the wall outlets. Now that's pretty much everything. It took a very long time to get all the tubes in place. And you can't really go up the facility unless you have the place powered, which there is no power yet. We're going to work on that next. But, yeah, like over here, this takes you down to the front of the vehicle bay, and then this just takes you up a floor. And then you can see, you go up there, and then you take the other one on your left up a floor. I decided to make it left up, right down. So, yeah, that's kind of how those work. And then over here, I made some cold plants and kind of stuck them in the ground a bit so that the inputs were all underneath the floor. I think they look pretty okay sticking out of the ground halfway. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have coal be brought up this column here, and I'm going to have water brought up the other column. There is a coal node down there somewhere that I can plug in and send the coal up, yeah, this whole column here. Meanwhile, water, just for uniformity's sake, I'll have come up this column. and it should be... I should be able to just plug in some water extractors at the base of this facility. But I'm out of quick wire. I used up a lot of quick wire putting in those Mark II wall outlets, and I would just use Mark I, but I haven't unlocked them in the shop, and so I can only use Mark II. Oh yeah, something else I wanted to note. The game updated since last I recorded. It seems like there's some kind of hostile entity notification now. So if I'm near anything like a spitter or something, it'll tell me, hey, this thing is trying to kill you. And it has further established my belief that there is some kind of spider creatures in this like corner over here. So if I hang around long enough, I'll start hearing meowing noises, and I'll be told, hey, hostile creatures. I'm looking around like, where? There's nothing here. Real quick. 3 coupons? Whoa! Sure thing. So real quick, I want to buy something. No, it was actually over here. Pipeline filler hole. Absolutely. And I do get 2 more things. I kind of want to save up for the cornered ramp, so... Tell you what, I'm going to put these tickets in here, and if I get 3 more, I'm going to get the corner ramps. Oh my god, I need plastic for the Mark II pump. I do have plastic in the Explorer, because I knew that I would probably need plastic eventually. So I don't have to go all the way back to the oil plant, but it means I gotta wait around in that tube again. Hop-de-dup-de-doo. Yada-da-da-boing. A hoiky boinky doinka loinka. Yoipa-doi. Okay, come on, give me the plastic. I only got 150, so hopefully that's enough. And I got, like, some frames right here. Alright, now somewhere over here is the node. Oh yeah, you know what? I think I completely forgot to mention. I made path signals. I got 2 leftover computers too. I don't know if they'll actually work. They don't seem like they're gonna work, but whatever. Alright, so there's this one here. Is this gonna work, like, at all? I don't like it. You know what? This is just gonna be never used. Okay. So now we have a line coming up down there. So there's our input. We'll mess with that more later when we have pipes. Let's start messing with pipes like a little bit. Now, how close can we have this? Not that close. Looks like it's gotta be kind of like this. Okay, so I counted 3 back when I did that. For 1, so I did a little bit like 1, 2, 3. And on noodle mode, it goes up like that. Okay, gotta get the pipes in first so that we can work around them. So now let's get the splitters out. Okay, done. Alright, we got everything we need done underneath. Now we just have these pipes here. And I'm not 100% sure what to do about them. Let's see, if I'm gonna do a pipe thing with water, I think it would make more sense to do it like maybe from this spot here. Have them down at the base and have them pumped up this here pillar. And then we can have some kind of water tower just over here. Maybe even... Hold on. Alright, that works. There's kind of a ladder here. You can get up there. I'll pull on this side as well. There we go. So, this is where the water's gonna come from. There we go. Okay. This works. We shouldn't need any pumps whatsoever from here. But we will likely need pumps, a lot of them, coming up to here. So, let's see. I'm gonna build a lookout tower here to kind of plan from. Now, supposedly... Oh, wow. Are there windows in there? I guess I ran out of Window material, silicon. Well, anyway. I'm imagining it's all gonna go here. Okay. So that goes in there. In a moment, I will be connecting these to this and see what happens. But first, let's get this pipe connected. Alright, that ought to work. The pipe is technically connected. So now, let's see if we can get some of that water up there. Oh, come on. It's enough. It should be enough. So now these start pumping up with water. And let's put a valve on here. Facing that direction. That way any water that's pumped through that direction cannot be, like, pushed back. Okay. So we got a pump here. I don't know how far up that's gonna take it. So let's just go to the very top and see. Because I feel like this building's taller than 50 meters. Okay. So it seems like the water is at least in here. So perhaps simply putting it that there will help. How are we looking? Water's going in here. So I like what I'm seeing. Real quick though, let me put that in here. So now that valve will make it so that the water can't go backwards through the buffer. And now these coal plants are getting water. So we got water up there. Now we need coal. How much does this thing need? 12 megawatts. Pfft, easy. There it goes. I hope that there's enough power for everything, because I didn't actually consider how much power I needed overall. Alright, this should be enough. How much? Oh my god, the capacity is so much more than the max cons. I was afraid of that. So what's the problem? Max cons is 407. Oh boy. So those coal plants are actually not enough. Well, here, hold on a minute. Let's have this run for a bit. Oh, hello. And it looks like we're getting coal faster than we're burning it, which is good, although the water looks like it's going down maybe slightly faster than it can go up. So that's not good. We might need a second pipe or something. Maybe have two pipes come up and join together. Maybe. The max cons is greater than the production. That's a massive problem. The consumption's probably because of all the tubes all over the place. Just burning energy, because each hypertube entrance burns like 10 megawatts, and there's like a lot of them. Oh boy. Yeah, this one ran out of water. Ugh. Okay. So this setup isn't gonna work. We at the very least, I think we need more, like, coal plants. Maybe I can, like, remove this ramp and add two more over here, add some pipes over here. I don't know. I'm gonna stop recording for a moment and try to figure this out off camera. So be right back. Alright, I think we got something figured out now. So, I have 3 water towers instead of 1 now, and there are 3 pipelines of water bringing water up here instead of 1. And now, these 2 coal plants are getting water, these 2 are getting water, and these 3 are getting water from this 1 water tower here. And funny thing is, this one in the middle is not getting nearly as much water as the other 2. And I don't know what to do about that. I think I might try putting a power shard in one of the water extractors, the one connected to this pipe right here. I don't know if that'll do anything, but I'm hoping it does. But to help with problems that come from a power system jumping up and down like this, are these. These are power storage things that can store excess power, which the system's always making. Now, I've never actually used these before, so I wasn't sure exactly how it works, but basically, if the consumption ever goes above max cons, then it will try to use power from the battery here, these big batteries. There's 2 of them. There's one there, and there's one over here. Now, real quick, let me show you something. Down here, there's a control panel of sorts. We have the train hooked up to this switch here. You throw this switch, and it'll connect the train to this power grid. You have lights, which, I mean, they're kind of always connected. Like, you can turn them off, but I've noticed that it still uses power for some reason, which is kind of weird. And then there's this. This is for all of the excess hyper tubes. You'll see that these are not on at all. There is a set of hyper tubes that are always on over in that corner over there, just in case. But yeah, the only way to use the others is to flip this switch. And you'll notice that the max cons is much higher now. If the capacity goes over, if the consumption goes over capacity, yeah, look, see? Like in this very instance. This is not blue, it was orange. That means it's using power from the stored power so that the system doesn't get compromised, you know what I mean? Because if the consumption goes above capacity, like, the whole system's supposed to short circuit. But the batteries help prevent that. So the point is, you're not supposed to have these on unless you're going to be spending a lot of time here. Otherwise, if you leave the facility for a while, you should flip that switch, and the batteries can kind of stock up on more power. Now, to help with this, I suppose, hypothetically, I could duplicate what I have going on over there on that side of the roof, but I want to put the space elevator on the roof, so I kind of need all that space for that. Oh, and there's one more thing I did off camera, and that is set up these storage unit system things here. I only did this side. All of these over here are not sorted yet, but if I was to throw in anything like plates, rods, screws, wire, sheets, concrete, silica, quartz, etc., they should get sorted. I threw in a bunch of AI limiters earlier. I wonder if those have been sorted. Should be over here. Yep, here they are. Oh my god, only like 9 of them went through. I threw in like 70. Whatever. But anyway, let's get down and start throwing some things in here. Like, let's first throw in, let's throw in these rods, plates, leaves, and silica. Perhaps the motors and rotors. And, we'll see how that does. I kind of want to put the leaves here. I want to see the leaves get sorted. Yep, look, the leaves got sorted. They can't quite be turned into biomass, but they did get sorted. There's the silica lining up. There's lots of it to store, supposedly. Okay, there it is. Alright, yeah. Guess it takes them a hot second. There's really only one thing left to do, and that is put the space elevator here and the hub. And while I bet we could put the space elevator here, the hub, I'm not quite sure yet. You see, while it is nice to have this facility and now we can throw stuff in these storage containers and make a whole sorting system, nothing is really being shipped here yet. Like, the trains don't run. There's no rail infrastructure. There's no other factories to ship materials here. Like, this is just... I mean, this might be a cool building to store all of our things and act as a base of operations, but without other factories to support it, it's kind of functionless. So we're going to be sticking to the main area for now until we can get our first major factory set up and connected to this building via railway. There we go. That's been bugging me for a while. I still need to go through and put windows in other spots too. Make this place look a little nicer. Which I could probably just do that off camera, maybe between episodes. So real quick, I want to buy these. We now have corners. You know what that means? Watch this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, do I need the inverted? Wait, do I need inverted corners to do what I want to do? Oh, God, I do. Oh, I was gonna make a corner here, but I can't. Alright, then. Fine. I guess I'm gonna invest in the inverted corner pack. But here, let me throw all this stuff in here. This will help fill up the storage facility a little bit. Make sure that there's, you know, stuff in here in case we need something. We could just grab it. Plus, I wanted to empty my inventory because I'm going to pick up the space elevator and put it on top of the storage facility before we end the episode. Alright, let's pick it up. Oh, wow, look at it go. Alright, it's gone. Wow. Kind of crazy. Now, this is going to be kind of hard to place because it's so big. It's going to be kind of hard to... Oh, boy. I'm dropping frames, too. Let's try putting it here. How's this look? This is okay. Yeah, I like this spot. That's a good spot for it. Right in the middle. And we're re-summoning the pillar. There it goes. Wow. So now the space elevator is here. Wow. I love it. The facility is so big, you can barely grasp how big the space elevator is because this building just makes it look so small. It's not the most glamorous looking building, but I think it looks cool. Especially how the pillars kind of go higher than the top of the building. It kind of looks neat. Almost like it's more of a fortress than a building. Alright, so I'm going to leave this episode here. We did it. We finally finished the storage facility. So, what now? I think next episode, we're going to start laying down tracks around the map and try to figure out where other factories will be. It might be another mega episode, like uncut thing, because making an episode out of going around laying track sounds boring. So next episode's gonna be just laying tracks, and if that's not your cup of tea, you can just skip it onto the episode after that, where I assume we're gonna start building the first factory, like proper factory that will be connected to this facility here. Either a factory or a power plant, actually, now that I think about it, because we need a really good power plant to run some of these big factories. Like that power plant, that coal plant we built in episodes 8 and 9, it's barely good enough to run what's already connected to it. So I'm gonna have to refigure out how power generators work if I'm gonna make this happen. So thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing, and remember, the Wasteland is watching. See ya.